It's no longer our money. It's no longer our clothes. It's no longer our job. It's His job. It's His clothes. It's His money. It's His time. It said do everything as if you're working unto the Lord. And the passage says that wherever that river goes, there's life. That means no matter where you go, if rivers are flowing through your life, people around you is going to be changed. But that's what tithing is, right? Is we give the first fruits. And so not only did He give, but it said He gave of their fat as well, saying He gave above and beyond. And so He wanted to bless God. Well, obviously, does God need it? Right? So when we give in church, does God normally need our money? No. Why? Giving changes you. So God knows that when we give, it breaks the hardness of our hearts because it ain't about us, right? So that when you begin to give, it's given towards somebody else. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand, and as Christians, we obey the Word, and the Word tells us to give, is that 10% is already God's. That means He said, that is mine. He's not asking for it. He said, that's mine. Give it to me. Anything above 10% is offering. In other words, you're giving more than what you're required to give. And so many people think that, well, God's going to bless you for giving the 10%. Yes, He does, but that is already His. Read where God said, I will open up the windows of heaven and pour out blessings upon you that you can't contain. That when you give, He said, it's going to be like pressed down, shaken together, and running over, right? So does anybody know what that means? So like a farmer, if you had a thing of wheat or flour, like if you took a bowl at home, you just dump flour in it. Now, you can fill it up, and it may look like it's full. But what happens if you shake it? It packs down, right? All the air gets out. So when it says shaken together, that means all the air runs out, so it goes all the way down. And then God says, I'm going to put some more on it, push down, and then it'll run over. That's how much God wants to give. And He's always been out to you. So it's very important to be a good giver. You know, sometimes you think, well, that's sad. Well, Jesus did hang out with sinners. But here's the deal. At the end of the night, who was He around? He was around His disciples. See, there's times in our life that you're going to reach out to people. You may be the only person in a big group of people. But that doesn't mean that you do what they do, because Jesus didn't do what they did. Jesus came to set the captive free. You'll experience His presence. You'll experience things that you never experienced before. But it takes, at some point, answering to that voice that's calling to you. Because there's still something to this. Because many times, unfortunately, people come to church, people come to youth services, and you're thinking, is that it? Is that all there is? But there's a lot more. God is calling to you. Don't stop at the halfway point. You need to go all the way. You need to sell out and run as far and as fast as you can for the Lord.